This is going to be your weekly twin flame soulmate relationship tarot reading. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies between you and your person. So in the comments, please let me know your zodiac signs and your word of the day. You know, I have to start off by telling you a quick story about how Mercury retrograde has been affecting my day-to-day practice. Today, as I went to go film this video, both my microphones were dead. They needed to be charged, and I don't know how that happened because they should have been fully ready. The other day, I was in a session with somebody in deep conversation right at a very pivotal moment, and all of a sudden, boom, power goes out. Everything shuts down. Then my computer wants to update Zoom. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So if you've been feeling the Mercury retrograde vibes, I'm not surprised. We've had power outages in my area, glitches, breakdowns. I'm curious. Again, let me know how you're doing. So I will say that a positive thing is that we have had the spring equinox here where I live, and that's a nice feeling because the weather feels good. It does feel like spring. There's a shift in the air. You can definitely feel it. Now, we are on our way closer to a new moon solar eclipse. I apologize. I've got a kitty cat in the background making noise at the litter box. Again, a whole other, moment in regards to communication or interference with communication. She decided to do this right now. Anyways, it is what it is. So we do have a new moon solar eclipse coming March 29th. This eclipse season has been very heavy, transformative, yet calming at the same time, if that makes any sense, because I do think there have been moments of calm. But I am curious to know if you've had any clarity pop up in this last little while. So let's get some overall themes and messages. There we go. How teachable are you? Isn't it amazing how all of these experiences are teachable moments? Now, I was a high school teacher for 18 years, and I can tell you that life is filled with teachable moments, right? So knowledge is power, yes, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. All right, let's get another card here and see what else we need to know. Dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers you seek. How many of you are having very vivid dreams right now? I mean, I have been, especially with this eclipse energy. It's been off the charts, really. And let's take a look at what else we need to know. The Camel Boy. Small steps, asking for help. I saw this card actually quite a bit in the weekly zodiac readings that I just did for this week. And yeah, small steps are important. Learning from experiences. How teachable are you? Okay, let's get into it. What we're going to do is we're going to take two tarot decks, one for you, one for your person. We're going to look at what's going on in your headspace, your person's headspace, your heart space, their heart space, overall energy and underlying energy. And of course, feel free to swap sides if it makes more sense. Now, if you'd like your own personalized relationship reading, I offer one of this format on my website. The cost is $33. So let's take a look at what's going on in your headspace. And we have here the Ten of Swords. This card has been coming up quite a bit lately. Ten of Swords means something is ending. A cycle is ending. It doesn't have to mean your relationship is ending, but it means a cycle is definitely over. And it does indicate that this person has had many swords in their back. And so it means change. Okay, what else? We have here the Judgment card. Well, there's the wake-up call. Heed the call. This is all about transformation. Now, interestingly enough, the Judgment card is 1010. This is a number 10. How many of you have been seeing angel number 1010? If it's not 1010, tell me in the comments, what are you seeing? Because people have been telling me that angel numbers have been off the charts as well. Testing, right? So let's take a look in your person's headspace. And we have here the Hanged Man. Okay, so this means that somebody is feeling in limbo. They could be in neither nor kind of energy. Three of Cups is a card of celebration, needing more joy in their life maybe. They could be feeling stuck and needing to get out, have more fun. Interesting. Now, when I see three people in a card, I think two's company, three's a crowd. If there is any interference, meaning third party situation, then I could understand needing to make some boundaries and some changes. But this could be about just needing more fun. Let's take a look. Let me move my cards to align them a little bit better for you. Okay, in your heart space, we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, stability. You're striving for more stability in your life right now. Whatever was in the past was tough. It's been tough. It's been rough, okay? All these swords, needing to let go of something, time for transformation, going towards more stability in your life. It could even be your finances that need to be focused on. And here's the Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. Absolutely. Whatever is causing the instability in your life, you have to ask yourself, are you in the old? Are you in the new? Do you want that old energy? Or do you want to be more stable, more positive, happier, healthier even? In your person's heart space, there's the Fool, needing to trust and take a leap of faith, brand new beginnings. And there's the Star, healing, blessings, and wishes coming true. The way to heal, in my opinion, really is to spark new energy and to put yourself in new situations. Always. People ask me, what does it take? How do I surrender? How do I let go? How do I move on? Well, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So if you're in old energy, then you're just going to have more of the old energy. If you're in new energy and you're creating experiences and situations that are new, therefore, things will shift. So let's take a card here for the overall energy. And we have the Page of Wands. Again, having more fun, enjoying life, being more creative. Go on an adventure. There we go. Eight of Wands, manifestation, communication, shooting your shot. There could very well be a conversation between the two of you or something that comes in that indicates, all right, got to put ourselves out there, got to spark new energy. There might even be a conversation that comes up that says, hey, listen, I need this, right? Can you do this with me? Let's see. Underlying energy. Are you in the old? Are you in the new? I feel like that's been my topic of the last week or so. It's amazing how the Kellyisms go in spurts, It's making a comeback right now because truly we're in this in between. We are in this hangman energy just as a general rule, because think about the last eclipse that we had, right? That eclipse was about letting go of the perfectionism, the routine of trying to make everything perfect, right? We need to trust our intuition more. The thing is that takes time. You got to take baby steps, right? We've got to learn from past experiences. How teachable are we? Because if you've been through experiences and they haven't been good, did you learn the lesson from it? Otherwise, you're going to get more lessons until you learn it the hard way, right? So, Two of Swords. Let's see. King of Wands. I've seen that card a lot as well. King of Wands is about having purpose and passion and moving yourself forward in a new direction. So, very much in line. Okay, let's take a look at the After Tarot. I really like this deck because it gives us the after energies. It's imagery that follows up on current. So let's see. In your headspace, the Knight of Cups, open your heart to love. You want new experiences? You want the next level? You've got to open your heart. You've got to be vulnerable. Drinking from that cup. Ace of Pentacles, tangible new beginning. New home, new job, new relationship, next level in relationship. This is basically saying the road to your abundance. I've even heard some people call it like the road to engagement, because the thing is that we're starting with a pentacle here. We're building. It's like putting the first coin in the piggy bank and then going towards, that King of Pentacles, which is slow and steady, but so abundant. Rich rewards over time, right? In your person's headspace, look at that, the Two of Wands. The whole world is in their hands. Now, in the regular tarot, this wouldn't be the imagery. It's one person, sort of holding this crystal ball in a way, or the world. and look at them together. There's a partnership. I like that. That's why I was saying, can we do this? Can we do this together? It's a reasonable request. If two people are on the same page, oh, I've got a kitty cat that is going to make an appearance. Okay, okay, okay. All right, okay, baby. Yeah, we're not gonna just, no, she doesn't listen. She doesn't listen. She does whatever she wants. She says, like, can we do this together? That's exactly what I was just saying. All right, what else? Now, the Hierophant, commitment, taking the methodical steps. You know, we talked about the road to engagement. There's the Hierophant again. Also learning, because this is a spiritual teacher. Are you learning the lessons about how to work together, how to achieve union or togetherness, commitment? In your heart space, the Ace of Wands. Look at all these new beginnings you're getting. This is about a spark, creativity, passion. Ooh, it was 11:11 on the timer when I said that. And there's the King of Wands again. And you know, I was just about to say that. There's this connection here. We had this King of Wands, you know, that said, all right, there's the wand. I'm ready for the new beginning. And there it is right here. And the King of Wands again. So it's like the universe saying, I said what I said. In your person's heart space, there's the moon. Interesting. Well, we have a new moon solar eclipse, March 29th. The moon in general is about purging and surrendering and letting go. You know, new moons in general, forget the eclipse energy for a moment, but new moons are about manifestation, right? And setting intentions. So setting intentions for new things while healing and going to the next level. And there's the Hanged Man again. But here's the difference. In the original version of the Hanged Man, you know, it's almost like in limbo, looking for clarity. And here we have the Hangman getting some nourishment, the water here, the clarity of what's next. So somebody who is in limbo is not going to be in limbo anymore. Overall, there is the Six of Pentacles. We like equal giving and receiving and balance. And there's the Empress, birthing a whole new cycle. That's Venus, right? Self-worth, self-value, and self-respect. And underlying energy is temperance, patience, forgiveness, possibly reconciliation. But I mean, if we have reconciliation, somebody's really got to come correct. And interestingly enough, we had the Eight of Cups. We're getting a lot of repeating messages now. 8-8. You know, you could have 11. We talked about 11-11 on the timer. Wow. 10-10. Look, the Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. And it's like she's picking up this one cup. And what's the one cup? It's the Ace of Cups. Filling your own cup after walking away. Putting yourself first. I love that. Okay, let's take a couple last cards for guidance. Okay, I've got some decks that are mixed up together. That's okay. Let's see. I was really called to these angel wings here. They're so beautiful. Okay, kitty cat wants to get in the mix again. And here we have blessing in disguise. Always remember that good luck is bad luck is good luck. So in other words, this is telling you that something's going to come to light that is a total blessing for you. You didn't think it was a blessing, but it is. This is telling you trust. And it even says a surprise. Okay. Okay, I'm like battling this kitty cat here. See, she moved the camera. I apologize. This is what I mean. It's almost like these glitches, this Mercury retrograde. And here we have wise decision. Oh, oh my gosh. Sorry. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Karma is saying that this is her card. Okay. Accurate, brilliant, organized, and validated. She is validating the message. Wise decision. I was thinking Hierophant right away because this is about wisdom and knowledge. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, it's a wise decision to move yourself forward and spark new energy. I really hope that this resonates with you. Again, if you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I wish you an amazing day.